Picture this. It's 7:45 a.m. You're already running late, and your 13-year-old who promised to be ready on time is still in bed scrolling on their phone. You gently remind them, then remind them again. A bit louder this time, still nothing. By now, you're standing by the door, keys in the hand, frustration building, yet your teen barely moves an inch. You're stressed, annoyed, and wondering, why does this keep happening? Or maybe yours is younger. You've asked your 7-year-old three times to tidy up toys scattered all over the living room. At first, calmly, then firmly, but they're completely lost in play, acting like your voice is just a background noise. Does that sound familiar? Eventually, you're shouting, feeling unheard, overwhelmed, and honestly defeated. Sound familiar? You're definitely not alone. So many parents experience these scenarios daily. I've been there myself. I remember clearly one morning, I was just like, why aren't you getting ready? What's happening here? We need to move, A lot was happening. And this wasn't how I envisioned motherhood at all. But then something changed. I discovered a better way. A strategic approach that didn't involve losing my temper, repeating myself endlessly, or feeling constantly ignored by my kids. Hi, I'm Temi, your parent strategist. I'm MummyClinicc. My passion and what I do every single day is help busy parents like you move from overwhelmed and frustrated to calm, confident, and effective in your parent journey. I have helped hundreds of parents get their children and teens to listen, cooperate willingly, and improve their family dynamics. So let's dive into simple yet powerful strategies to finally get your child or teen to listen and cooperate with you better. First, you need to understand why. Why your child or teen isn't listening. Kids aren't ignoring us just to be difficult. That's what I always tell friends. No child wants to just say, I want to be a difficult child. Usually there's something deeper going on, which we need to understand. For example, remember our teens scrolling endlessly, in bed. Often teenagers tune us out because they're trying to assert their independence or control. Younger children, on the other hand, might be so absorbed in what they're doing that your voice barely registers. Do you understand? Understanding what's behind their behavior helps you approach it differently. Secondly, setting clear and consistent boundaries is key. For instance, instead of saying vaguely, get ready quickly, try by 7:30 breakfast should be done and your shoes on. Clear expectations help children know exactly what you mean and eliminate confusion or excuses. I would always tell my clients, many times we do not set clear expectations. And, like the example I've given, give time. Even for some teens or some children, you might want to ask, when do you want, to do this? Maybe you would require them to do their chores or clean their rooms. When are you going to clean your rooms? Are you cleaning it this time or at this time? Then let them give you, a stated time, then keep them accountable to it to say, you know what, you said you were going to clean your room at this time, but have you cleaned it? Clear expectations. Be clear from your own end, or you get clarity, from their end as well. But let them know when you want, things done or how you want it done. Not just that, clear your rooms, do your chores, be very clear, do your homework. What does that mean? It might not necessarily mean anything to them. It's like, I need you to get your own work done by this time, or before this time, or in this way. Let's be clear when we're communicating with our children, be it the younger ones or even with your teenagers. Next, how you communicate matters greatly. If you're yelling instructions from another room, chances are you would get tuned out. Instead, get physically closer, gently touching their shoulder or make eye contact and calmly say, I need you to pick up your toys in the next 5 minutes. It's simple but incredibly effective because it makes your child feel seen and accountable. So, in this regard, many times you're probably screaming from your room or screaming from downstairs or upstairs, wherever you are. What I always advise parents is that if you cannot go into that space, as I've earlier mentioned, then you want to call your child's attention to yourself. When you call your child, you might want to get them, rather than just screaming, Olu, Jacob, where are you? You want to get them when they've answered, when they've answered you, you want to get them in the same space, as you. Then you now communicate with them to relate what you would want them to do, but not screaming or yelling your instructions from where you are. Many times they would even pretend like they did not even hear you. And you keep screaming at the end of the day. Another powerful strategy is to offer limited choices. Children and teens naturally want autonomy. So give them structured choices within your boundaries. Instead of insisting your child cleans up right now, like I mentioned earlier, ask, would you like to tidy up now or after your snack or after lunch or after dinner or before dinner? They feel empowered by having some control, but ultimately you've set the stage for cooperation. To quickly recap, understand what's behind the behavior. It's not like they don't want to listen to you. Understand what is actually going on right there and respond and not react to that. Set clear, consistent boundaries. Clear, consistent boundaries. Communicate calmly and clearly. Offer limited, empowering choices. Parenting doesn't have to be exhausting or frustrating. Trust me, I know it can be like that sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. With strategic approach, you feel more in control and connected to your children. And remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Progress over perfection. You've got this. Remember, you have got this. We've got this. If you found these tips helpful, please like this video, subscribe to this channel. I don't know why you've not done that. Please subscribe to the channel so that more people subscribe, like, so that more people get to see it as well, so that this video is recommended to other people, so that we can build a great impactful society, because it all starts from the home at the end of the day. And hit the notification bell for more practical parenting strategies every week. Also, tell me in comments, what's your biggest parenting challenge right now? Thanks for watching. I'm Temi, your parent strategist, and I'll see you next time here at MummyClinicc. Grow with the GDs.